Hello, everyone. Welcome to this episode of the Leadership Speak series of L Forum. Today, I have on my show an interesting young entrepreneur who is the CEO of Bake Media, a young and energetic startup from Philadelphia. Welcome to the show, Jacob.
Yes, hi, Ringo. Thank you for having me. A little bit of background about myself. I am a Philadelphia native. I was born and raised in the suburbs of Philadelphia. I attended university at Penn State University. I earned a degree in finance and focused in international business. Then ultimately landed an investment management job, postgraduate, and I've been focusing, on starting my career there. But in addition to that, and why we're on this call is I've also started a new tech startup called Bake Media, and we're creating a vertical social platform to solve the generational question: what should I watch? We're offering a unique way for users to stay engaged with their favorite shows, even catalog them, and even discover more. So we're really excited about the platform, and we're really focusing on that kind of that social emphasis. So TV. So ultimately, I reached out to one of my good friends at Penn State University. He's a tech whiz. His name is Bennetts. So I brought him on board from the beginning to help see out my vision on how we can answer some of these questions that are circulating society right now surrounding TV. I've always had kind of a knack for being an entrepreneur and for being a leader. I'll take you back to in my early childhood, 10, 11, 12 years old. I created a business that was helping neighbors around the street. I would clean pools, I would walk dogs, I would shovel driveways. I even actually remember when I was younger, I was like 12 or 13 years old when I started doing this, and I wrote the Neighborhood Helper LLC. And that even extended, much more, past, this little entrepreneurial effort that I had when I was younger. Throughout my, older years and into college, I was, president of multiple clubs. I was president of my fraternity. I kind of kept falling into these leadership roles. So in the back of my head, even from when I was young, I knew I wanted to be an entrepreneur and to be a leader. And I knew that I had the ability to do this. The journey, let's say, as wanting to be an entrepreneur started very young. That sat with me for many years, and I've always, kind of wanted to continue to expand that. This has been my first real experience leading a company, and all of the nuanced issues that reside with these with running a company, with forming a company, with working on pitching a company and so forth. So there's been a lot of different aspects that I've had to learn, throughout my experience, and it's been, bottom line, it's been fun, and I think that's what's been the most important, and that's what's been driving me to continue. Yeah, and at that time too, I don't even think I had a concept of money. So a lot of individuals would say, money wants to drive them to be an entrepreneur. I think ultimately what drove me and is I wanted to help people, and I knew that I had kind of had that ability to help people at a large scale. And maybe at 11, 12 years old, 15 people in the neighborhood isn't very large, but it was rewarding for me. An old woman's face after shoveling their driveway, and they're so excited to provide me with this reward. That ultimately was better than the $20 or $30 that I received. So I think even after that experience, I wanted to continue to help people, and I felt that my where I was best suited, and I didn't really learn this until I grew a little older, but I was best suited to help people in more of an entrepreneurial effort, to see things big picture and to coordinate, to ultimately achieve these outcomes. I think there's maybe a couple key learnings that I would provide. One is there's always a path forward, especially as a young entrepreneur myself. A lot of them are new experiences. A lot of them are new challenges that I've never faced. So how do you get around an obstacle? How do you overcome a challenge if you've never done it? So I think a huge aspect of learning is being able to speak up and ask for help and connections. I reached out to other individuals in the industry who have done it, and I would ask them for advice and use them as benchmarks. And so I think that aspect of always knowing there's other individuals who you can connect with and help you achieve that path forward is extremely important. As a young entrepreneur, and even as I continue to grow as well, I won't have all of the answers immediately when I run into an obstacle. So I think being able to use all the resources that are provided to you is extremely important. The second learning as well is if you want to get something done, you have to lead by example. I think a couple of the challenges that I faced, especially over being an entrepreneur and being the CEO of Bake Media, one is the lack of experience. And I do find that as a challenge because there are so many new obstacles and new challenges that approach almost every single day. Being able to resolve them may take me, personally a little longer than a more experienced entrepreneur or more experienced individual who has maybe some more of the answers. As I continue to grow and evolve as an entrepreneur, I'll find, ways to improve, this process and ultimately, figure out how to handle certain experiences more efficiently. I think another challenge that maybe is even more tailored toward me is, so how do you, if you're not a young entrepreneur, how do you ultimately explain your goal and your potential outcome to others? How do you get people on board? How do you generate excitement surrounding a company or a cause? And that's something that I've also found to be a challenge. I can be very excited and very enthusiastic and know everything about my product, but how do you get others to join in? And that's how you become a leader. You don't have leaders, and you can't be an entrepreneur unless you have a community or followers. So bringing others to understand your concept and understand your vision has been a challenge for me. If there's an individual who's excited about being an entrepreneur, that's the most important. If you're not enthusiastic about wanting to lead and wanting to build, it might not be maybe the best role for you. I think we both play golf, but this could be used in multiple facets of life as well. If you're standing on a tee box and there's a lake and a bunker and multiple trees in your way, but you do see the green and you see the goal and you see your landing spot, there's going to be a lot of things in your way. If you can see your landing spot and you have that idea, don't worry about the hazards. I think if you continue to focus on your idea and focus on the path rather than the obstacles, that'll be very, very influential in helping you, take your idea from just being an idea and in your head to an actual product.
Wish you all success, and let's stay in touch. Thank you so much for your time today.
Great. Thank you so much, Ringo.
Like, share, and subscribe to the EL Forum channel. Click the link below to enjoy the full video.